Hello, hello, beautiful people. So today we're going to be making this beautiful yellow flowery top. Okay, so this is not actually in my color palette, but it's a video I recorded a while back and I wasn't really opportune to enter the market this week to get fabric for the project I wanted to make. So we're going to postpone that to next week. But just to make sure I stay on schedule, I decided to go ahead to post this very simple. In like 1 hour, you should be done. It's what I'm going to wear to my office on Wednesday. I've already made plans with the trouser, everything. It just turned out very beautiful. So the front part is like a V shape um design. I did decided not to do that at the back. I just wanted the back to be plain. Then party at the front, serious at the back. But yeah, so stay tuned and watch how this is made. Thank you. Okay, so of course we're starting out by laying our fabric on like um our table. So the fabric I'm using is not too stretchy. So I intended to use a zip. So if your fabric is stretchy, I would advise you can forfeit the zip part. So underneath you see there is a fabric like protruding out. That's 1.5 for the zipper, and the one on top is our center front. So that's folded the way it is. At the top, we're going to start by drawing our starting line. That's our shoulder line. Just because we are not drawing on the pattern paper, we have to draw the line on the fabric. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're not drawing a pattern at the moment. It's just a very simple. This is like a beginner friendly, very very beginner friendly top. So something you can make like ASAP. It's an asymmetric top as well. You don't have to do too much. It's very easy to do. So from the starting line, from the shoulder line, we're going to go down to our bust point. We measure our bust point. Mine is 10 inches, and I'm going to measure that at the other end as well, and so I can square it out. So we're not like creating armhole or anything. We're taking all the measurement at once. So just watch and see what I'm talking about. So this is like a boo-boo kind of measurement taking, right? Anyway, just keep watching and you understand what I'm doing. So that's the bust point measurement, and we're going to go ahead to take our waist measurement. So my waist measurement. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead to take my full length measurement, which I took at 19 inches. So you will just understand what I did later on. But I'm taking 19 inches and I'm going to square that out. Okay, so after I'm done with that, I'm going to take my neck width and the neck length measurement, which is going to be 3 inches. Now this is just for the front. For the back, we're going to use 1.5 length and width of 3 inches as well. So I'm just going to use my curve ruler to curve that out right now. Okay, I'm very sorry that the chalk is quite faint. I don't know why I decided to use a pink chalk as well when the fabric has pink in it. So not pink, is it pink? That's like red pinkish, but still the same. Anyway, so I just decided to use my hand now to curve out the neck width and depth. So after that, we're going to take the shoulder measurement. My shoulder is 7 inches. So normally you would draw 1 inch down, but we're doing the sleeve as well. So from that 7 inches, you take another 7 inches. So that's the length of the sleeve. So I hope you understand what I'm doing here. So if you want yours to be smaller, the sleeves to be smaller, you can take 5 or 6. So after drawing the sleeve, I went down by 1.5 and I'm going to draw a straight line to the neck now. So if you see what I did, I bypassed the 7 inches for the shoulder and just drew a straight line. So connecting the sleeve and the neck together. So we're going to be taking the circumference of the sleeve. I decided to go with 6 inches because my circumference of my biceps are like 6 inches. So it depends on you. So if you're much bigger, if you check your circumference of your biceps and it's a lot bigger, obviously you do that. You measure it as well. So after doing this, I'm just drawing like a straight line. I took the length of the whole measurement from the starting point to the sleeve. I made sure that it was straight. So on the bust point, I went ahead to take my bust measurement divided by 4, and I'm just going to use that to curve out my sleeve. So you can see it already forming, right? So this is what we do when we're making bubu. Maybe I'll do that later on. But this is very, very simple. So like this, we are done with the sleeve, and we're coming out to the to the length of the top. So I took my waist measurement here. That's 7 inches, but I then remember that I've not taken my dart. If your fabric is stretchy, you can ignore this, but mine is not. Not using the stretch right now, so I use my nipple to nipple measurements to get my 3.5. That's the line I'm ruling right now, and that line is going to be at that line. So I'm going in by half an inch on both sides. So as I said, if you are using a stretchy fabric, please, you can ignore the dart completely. Your fabric, if it's very, very stretchy, mine again, as I said, is not as stretchy as I would like, but it still has a little bit of stretch in it. So I am not going to actually add this 1 inch for the dart at the side because it has a bit of a stretch, and I know that by the time it all comes together, it's going to be fine. It's going to be perfect. Okay, now as you know, it's an asymmetric top, so we're going to go ahead to make the asymmetric um part here. This part depends on you. If you want it to be like a lot like open, you do that. So I just went to my shoulder line and I took about 8 or 9 inches, and I'm just going to the 3 inches I use for the length, and I'm covering this out to the shoulder line now, or to the sleeve line, anyone you want to call it. So this asymmetric part that I just drew now, we're going to just cut it on one side, or like literally half of the front bodice here. So instead of cutting it on full like this, we're going to open this fabric for the full front part. Then we're going to use this measurement we just took up there, and we're going to cut out the asymmetric parts. Just keep watching. So at the waist measurement, we're going to go down by 9 inches, and I'm using that to create the V that you saw at the beginning of the video. So I'm just going to go ahead to create that shape. It's quite easy. Use your curve ruler. If you want to use your hand, if you want it to just be like a straight line, you can just use like a straight ruler to draw this V. But I wanted it to be like a little bit of a curve, to have like a little bit of a curve. That's why I'm using the curve ruler. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead now to cut this out. To cut our measurements out. Is that what it's called? I think so. Anyway, we're going to go ahead to cut it out on both the back and the front. So remember, if you have very stretchy fabric, ignore the 1 inch for the zip, please. I did not have a stretchy fabric. I'm just reciting it. Now, also, yeah, please, when you're cutting this out, if you realize I did not put allowance, so don't forget that allowance is very important, except it's a stretchy fabric. If it's a stretchy fabric, please just cut on the pattern like that, because the stretch is going to like it's going to be fine without allowance. So I'm cutting the front first because of the V shape at the front. I don't want the V shape at the back. Again, it's a preference thing. If you want the V shape at the back, just cut it out like that. But me, I don't want it at the back. So after doing this at the front, I'm just going to fold the V shape to cut the back. So you see what I'm doing here now? That's just me folding that and cutting it straight up. Okay, so I'm done cutting the front and the back now. Now is to cut the neckline. Now this is okay, first of all, for the front part, remember we have a dart. So the dart cannot just end there, it's going to be weird. So we are going to go down 4 inches on this new V-shaped thingy. And we are going to connect our darts to make sure it's like pointy at the top, pointy at the bottom so that it will look nice. Because if it was like if the top was just a half length top, it will be fine, but it's not. So we have to extend the dart. Please don't forget this step. If not, it's going to look very weird if you don't do this. So for the sleeve now, we're going to cut out the sleeve on both sides, right? So I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut out the sleeve. So we've not cut out that sleeve if you see what I'm doing right now. Okay, so we're done cutting out the sleeve. Now it's time for us to cut out the asymmetric parts. Oh, before we go into that, we're going to cut out the back the back length. We know we're not using 3 inches like we did for the front. We're going to use 1.5, and we're just going to cut it out like this because we're cutting it out on both sides because it doesn't matter if for the front because the front is already 3 inches length. So we're just going to cut out the front like this. Please don't cut the back as well when you're cutting for the front alone. You see what I'm doing? Yeah. So see the back is still 1.5, but we came down for the front by 3 inches. So I'm just going to open this and just fold the zipper parts in. So the part we took for the zipper, we're just going to fold it in just to give like an illusion of how the top is going to be. Then we're going to place the front. So remember, this is very, very important. The first time I did this when I was learning, I went to go and cut like the the front part. I kind of turned, I don't know how to explain it, but the two right sides should face each other. That's what I'm trying to explain. The right sides facing each other. I made one right side face the back side, so I just ruined that fabric. So if you see what I'm doing now, that particular curved this thing we made at the beginning, not really the beginning, but we made a curve. If you remember when I was telling you that we're going to use that for the asymmetric, that's what we cut out right now. So we're going to cut it out at the front and at the back. Okay, so basically we are done cutting our top. If you want the asymmetric to be lower, you can do it. This is like a free will. Like you make mistakes, you learn from it, like I did. Hopefully you don't make mistakes anyway. So this is kind of, I don't think I need to explain this part for you. This is just me sewing it. I remember in my last video I said I'm going to stop doing this. I'll just be showing you guys what I've sewed because it doesn't really make sense for me to do this. It's like too much. I'm wasting more video space. So yeah, I'm just going to fast forward this like a lot. Anyway, so basically this is the end of the video. I use a bias at the, if you see the initial beginning of the video where I was like modeling the top, I use like a bias to turn the neck, the curvy part, the V curvy part, and the back as well as the sleeve, just because I wanted like a pop of color. I actually bought like a deeper pink, but eventually I went with the baby pink for the turning part. So that's basically it. Use your bias or whatever you have to turn the, if you want anyway, if you want it without the bias, just use your normal, just turn it like normal. But I wanted to use bias, so I used bias. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe, share this, or you can just let me know if you try this. and how it turned out for you. I also fixed the zip like off camera, and everything turned out really nice. I like it. And again, as I said, I'm going to wear to the office on Wednesday. I like to wear gowns on Monday and Tuesday. So on Wednesday, I'm wearing trousers. So yeah, thank you very much for staying with me. I hope you have uh, a great rest of August. I hope you have a great year ahead and good health as well as great success. So thank you very much. Again, like, subscribe, share, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.